Hi, welcome back. Truth here. Today I want to talk about full self-driving. I had somebody challenged me just recently because I do videos. Most of the time I'm doing these videos while I'm driving, and I'm in full self-driving and I'm holding this microphone and I'm talking and the car is driving. And it looks like I'm completely ignoring the road, but I'm not actually. If you watch those videos carefully, you'll see me do this every once in a while. And the reason I'm doing that is every 47 seconds, I think it was Holmar's catalog. You should follow him on X and follow his YouTube channel. I think he was the one that actually timed what I'm about to explain to you. And this person basically attacked me and said, it's a really stupid idea for you to be driving holding a microphone and not looking at the road. So anyway, I am looking at the road because this car will not accept the fact that I don't do that. And I'm going to explain to you why, very simply. When I drive, I put this in full self-driving, I'm driving down the road. If I do not pay attention to the road for 47 seconds, the screen in this car, the display screen, will flash blue. It will start flashing blue, very slowly at first, and then it will start flashing faster and faster and faster until it's flashing to a feverish point. And the next thing that happens after that is you hear an extremely loud beeping sound. If you've watched any YouTube videos, I have videos here, but if you've watched others do this, it starts like basically barking at you, like beep 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 beep. And then this red, ugly, scary steering wheel comes on the screen and it says take over immediately. Immediately. So at that point, you have to grab the wheel and you take control of the car. And it takes a little tug. You have to tug the wheel a little bit. And then it takes it out of full self-driving and you are now in charge. So this person who was basically attacking me is thinking that, I'm driving down the road, the car is driving, I'm not paying attention, and the car is just going to veer off the road and hit something, and God forbid, hit somebody else coming, maybe even in oncoming traffic, in a head-on collision type scenario. Well, my car isn't going to do that. But I'll tell you whose car is going to do that. Yours. Your car will do that. Mine does not have the capability to do that when it's in full self-driving. And frankly, and I don't want to get off the subject here, but even when it's not in full self-driving, my car beeps if I, in any way, shape, or form, stop paying attention. So it's constantly telling me what to do. Your car will not do that. And as far as holding a microphone while I'm driving, how many times do I see people holding a cup of coffee, or even worse, having the visor down with the mirror down and putting on makeup? And this is not anti-woman. Men do it too. Men are on their phones. Maybe they're on OnlyFans, or maybe they're looking at their stock portfolio. Maybe they're watching my video. I don't know. But do me a favor. Don't do that in your car because it's extremely dangerous. And if you take your eye off the road for 47 seconds because you're taking a big gulp out of your cup of coffee or whatever it is, or if you're looking down at your phone like this, your head is down and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Boom. You are history. I'm not. I'm just telling you that. And let me throw in a disclaimer here. This is full self-driving supervised. The key word there is supervised. I am supervising at all time. And supervising to me means I am ready to take over. And as soon as that little blue flash comes on, I got this. I have got this. Now, the way you stop the blue flash, by the way, is you stare ahead. You look straight out the windshield, And I'll sometimes even grab the wheel, not turn the wheel, but I'll sometimes even grab it so that this camera up here, and there's a camera right here, right over the windshield, the rear view mirror, this camera sees me and says, okay, he is paying attention. We're good now. Now go back to whatever it was you're doing. Your car will not do that. Okay, now I'm going to take this a step further. If you and I are driving down the road and we get into an accident, I am going to tell you right now, I can guarantee you it's not my fault. Because you know what? I'm not in charge. The robot is in charge. And the robot is smarter than you and I. See, I trust the robot. You don't trust the robot because you don't understand it. I actually had another conversation with somebody the other day. I was explaining full self-driving. He's like, well, I have that. I have an F-150. I have that. Like my car will stay in lane. And I don't even argue with people like that anymore. I just say, oh wow, that's cool. You don't have full self-driving. So anyway, I explained to this person what full self-driving is and how it works and how safe it is. And I suggested, and I'm suggesting to you also, if you're watching this video for the first time, look, if you're one of my regular viewers, my regular followers, you've probably clicked away from this video already because you already know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, and I hope you're still here, and by the way, if you are here, please like, subscribe, share the video, and leave a comment down below. But if you are, do me a favor. There's a link in the description. There's a link in the comments for Tesla. It's Tesla discounts if you buy a car, whatever. But at the very minimum, please go test drive a Tesla. Use that link and go test drive a Tesla. They will show you full self-driving. They will demonstrate it for you. And look, there are millions of videos out there with guys like me, guys much better, much more talented, and much more talented as far as video editing goes. They have cameras set up all over the car, and they're showing you their cars. One guy, David Moss, drove his car 10,000 miles in full self-driving, 10,000 miles without touching the steering wheel. He's not faking that because Omar Holmars has a data system where you sign up and it tracks all of our cars. So you can't lie about this stuff. Tesla has your data. So when you see some old guy like me or some young guy who's much better at video editing on here saying, oh no, my car drives itself, check this out. We're not lying to you. We're not CNN. We're not Fox. We're not NBC. We're telling you the truth. And if you want to get the truth, speaking of truth, which is the name of this channel, if you want to get the truth, you need to go to X. Because all of this truth is out there. All of the truth about full self-driving. Humans are dangerous in cars. That doesn't mean humans are bad. They're just dangerous in cars. And we now have the technology that takes that danger away. 44,000 people die every year in the United States in cars. 44,000. We're murdering each other with cars. Why? Why? It's completely senseless. Over 1 million people worldwide every year die in cars. And Tesla right now, you know, you're hearing all this, you're hearing all these companies right now, they're coming out saying, well, we have full self-driving. We know we're going to be autonomous. Those are the same companies that 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago said, oh no, we're going to make EVs. And now they're all coming around saying, well, you know, guess what? I guess we really don't know how to make EVs. We really don't. And we certainly don't know how to make them profitably. Rivian are making really nice EVs right now. But They're bleeding money. And I hope Rivian survives. It's a brand I really, really love. I love their products. Look up Rivian. But all these companies that are telling you they're going to have autonomy, none of them have it. None of them. They're all saying next year or 2027. And by 2027, in the spring of 2027. And then they mock Elon. There's only two companies right now who have autonomous vehicles. One is Waymo, who's the one everybody heard about. And the other one is Tesla, who most people heard about, but most of what they hear is negative media because the big oil and the big automobile companies who control the media are not telling you the truth. So this notion that a year from now, everybody's going to be cruising around in an autonomous Chevy or an autonomous Lucid or even an autonomous Rivian, maybe they'll get it right. But we don't know yet. They don't have it yet. You know what they have? They have a bunch of press releases. They have a bunch of videos. They have a bunch of people out there saying, well, we're working with the best in the business, and we're working with LiDAR, and we're working with Jensen Huang, and we've got the NVIDIA chips, and we've got Jeff Bezos behind us, and we've got blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. Show me the product. I am sitting in a $46,000 car that drives itself autonomously 98% of the time. There are guys out there driving Teslas that are at 100%, 99%. And what's the 2%? The 2% is when I pull into this parking lot and it wants to park me over there, and I don't want to park over there. I want to park over here. So I intervene. And yes, I could go on the screen and move the pin and take me to this parking space. I just don't choose to do that. I don't need to. Nobody is doing this. Tesla is the only company in the world that are doing this. And if you want to buy a Waymo for $46,000, good luck. First of all, you can't buy one. Second of all, even if you could, it would cost you about $200,000. And you'd be cruising around with this ugly thing that looks like it's got giant zits all over itself. And I'm not knocking Waymo. I love Waymo. What Waymo is doing is really, really impressive. But, for a human to tell me that I'm dangerous holding a microphone in a full self-driving car that won't allow me to screw up. It will not allow me to screw up. Just so you know. And by the way, when you're seeing these videos out there of people cruising down the highway asleep in Teslas, many of those videos are fake, just so you know. You can't do that. You can't close your eyes. Now, it would be very disingenuous, and I could do it all day long, and I could get 1 million clicks. And all of our guys in the Tesla community could do the same thing. I could very easily set up a camera in here, record with my eyes closed for 47 seconds, edit that, and loop it. This car will not allow you to fall asleep.